Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this Honpa Hongwanji Hawaii Betsuin online Sunday service. My name is Reverend Shingo Furusawa, one of the associate ministers of the Hawaii Betsuin. Let us start this service with a chanting of Vandana and Ti-Sarana.
Sama Sanbutsuge
Before my message, I would like to read a passage from the Jodo Shinshu, written by Shinran Shonin. Please put your hands together in Gassho. Solely saying the Tathagata's name constantly, one should respond with gratitude to the universal vow of great compassion. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu. Today, I would like to talk about gratitude. Our lives are always supported by countless people, beings, and things. So, it's very important for us to extend our gratitude to them. I would like to share a story with you about a man who took part in a marathon. Before the marathon, he was very nervous because he worried that he might drop out of the race. One of his friends advised him that when he began to suffer during the run, he should say thank you. When he began to suffer in the race, he remembered his friend's words and said to himself, "Thank you. I appreciate that I could run to this point." After saying the words, he was at ease and completed his run. Our lives are often compared to the marathon. Like the marathon, we often have sufferings in our lives, and we may be disappointed in ourselves through the hardships and difficulties. However, this episode tells us that the people who can be grateful to the people, beings, and things around them can survive no matter what happens in their lives. I have recently tried to extend my gratitude to the things around me. For example, when taking a shower, I try to think, "The shower is very warm. I feel good. Thank you very much." When washing my clothes, I say, "Thanks to the washing machine, I can wash my clothes easy." Also, thanks to the dryer, my clothes are dried soft. Thank you very much. When I cook my meals, I often say, I was able to buy foods such as beef, pork, chicken, fish, and vegetables. I can then cook and eat them. Thank you very much. We tend to take for granted taking the shower, using the washing machine and dryer, and to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. However, we cannot take anything for granted. Especially the cows, pigs, chickens, and fish gave us their lives. So we should be grateful to the beings and things around us. Also, when I show my gratitude to the shower, washing machine, dryer, and foods, Namo Amida Butsu comes up from my lips. In the Jodo Shinshu, written by Shinran Shonin, the founder of Shin Buddhism, it states, "Then resolved again that the name be heard throughout the 10 quarters." Name means Namo Amida Butsu. In this sentence, Shinran Shonin revealed Amida Buddha vowed that Namo Amida Butsu would spread all over the world. So, all living beings such as cows, pigs, chickens, fish, and vegetables listen to Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu reaches Namo Amida Butsu reaches out to not only living beings, but also everything, such as a shower, washing machine, and dryer. I understand that they all teach me to recite Namo Amida Butsu to show my gratitude to Amida Buddha. At the beginning of this message, I read a passage of the Shōshing written by Shinran Shonin. I would like to read it again. Solely saying the Tathagata's name constantly, one should respond with gratitude to the universal vow of great compassion. Tathagata means Amida Buddha, and Tathagata's name means Namo Amida Butsu. And the universal vow of great compassion means that Amida Buddha made a vow to save us all. That is, Shinran Shonin reveals to us the Nembutsu, or saying Namo Amida Butsu, means to extend our gratitude to Amida Buddha, that is always working to liberate all of us from our sufferings. Amida Buddha has untiring and limitless compassion. Also, the Buddha's compassion is unconditional. So, Amida forsakes no one. And the Buddha's compassionate working is always reaching out to us all. So, let us recite Namo Amida Butsu to show our gratitude to the Buddha. As an example, I would like to share a story about the king of the pigeons. Once upon a time, there lived a flock of pigeons in the forest. They had a very great king, and he had very excellent leadership skills. So every pigeon in the flock lived in peace, harmony, and joy. However, one day, a hunter came to the forest. He caught all the pigeons in the flock and locked them into a bird cage. At first, the pigeons worried and said, "What will happen to our future?" But the hunter fed them a lot of delicious food every day. So as time passed, they became careless and ate a lot of food every day. So they gained weight with each passing day. However, the king was different. Even though the pigeons ate with careless abandon, he never ate anything. So as time passed, he gradually became thinner. The other pigeons were crazy to eat the food, but it did not concern the king, and he kept fasting. As a result of his fasting, eventually the king was thin enough so that he could pass through the bars of the cage and escape. On the other hand, the other pigeons did not care, even though their king left the cage, and they continued eating the food every day and became fat. One day, the hunter picked them out from the cage and brought a large kitchen knife. He made them grow fat so that he could eat them. However, just when the hunter raised a knife over their heads, the king pigeon saved all of them. After escaping from the hunter, the pigeon said to the king, "Oh, king, you faced it to save us, but we did not let it concern us. I'm so sorry." The king said, "Don't worry. All of you are always my main concern, and I will never forsake you." The pigeon said, "Oh, thank you very much, king." What do you think about this story? Can you guess who the pigeons were? They represent us. Likewise, the bird cage is our world. In the cage, the pigeons ate a lot of food and became fat. Like us, always trying to pursue a luxurious life and tend to forget to be grateful to others. Finally, the hunter was preparing to kill them. It's a metaphor that even though we can get anything that we wish for in this world, our lives will someday come to an end. Can you guess who the king pigeon is? The king represents Amida Buddha. Even though the other pigeons just try to satisfy their appetite, the king always tried his best to save them. Like the king, Amida Buddha is always working for us to save us all. Even though we might forget Amida Buddha, the Buddha never forsakes us, and we all are always the main concern of Amida's untiring compassion. So, as the pigeon said to the king, "Thank you very much," at the end of the story, let us recite Namo Amida Butsu in our daily lives to extend our gratitude to the Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu or Nembutsu has a lot of meanings. Today, I mainly focused on one of the meanings. Nembutsu is our gratitude to Amida Buddha's benevolence. Now we are having a difficult situation due to the COVID-19, but our lives are supported by the countless people, such as medical professionals. Let us live reciting Namo Amida Butsu to show our gratitude to Amida Buddha and the people that support us. In closing, I would like to read the creed written by Rennyo Shonin, the 8th head minister of the Hongwanji Temple. At the Honpa Hongwanji Hawaii Betsuin, members and ministers often read it. In the creed, Rennyo Shonin reveals to us that we should rely on Amida Buddha, that we should be grateful to not only the Buddha, but also our founder, Shinran Shonin, and the succeeding masters who convey the teachings to us, and that we should say Namo Amida Butsu to extend our gratitude to the Buddha. Please put your hands together in Gassho. The creed, we rely upon Amida Tathagata with a whole heart for the enlightenment in the life to come, abstaining from all sundry practices and teachings, and giving up the trust in our limited self. We believe that the assurance of birth comes at the very moment we entrust, and we call the name Namo Amida Butsu in joy and gratitude for the Buddha's compassion. We also acknowledge gratefully the benevolence of our founder and the succeeding masters who have led us to believe in these profound teachings, and we do now endeavor to follow throughout our lives the way laid down for us. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much for listening to this message. Again, thank you very much for joining us in this Sunday service. The next Honpa Hongwanji Hawaii Betsuin online Sunday service will be held on November 29 at 10 a.m. In closing, let us recite the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo.
Good morning, friends. I'm Tatsuo Mineto. I retired from Hawaii Betsuin 5 years ago. Ever since I am and I are living here in Makare. Sometimes I go to local temples on outer islands, like Hiro, Kona, Rihue. So when I go there to talk to the members, some of them say, "Reverend, you haven't changed. You still look young." I don't like this comment because I want to be looked healthy, mature, and wealthy. But I have to accept that. There are 3 factors for staying young. One is gene. My mom used to look young. Second is food diet. My wife cooks mainly fish and vegetable. Third factor is Jodo Shinshu faith. I entrust myself to Amida Buddha's boundless compassion in happiness or unhappiness. I think that makes me look young. So I become ever grateful to Honpa Hongwanji teaching and the Sangha, and we look forward to seeing you when this pandemic is over.
I hope you're all doing well during this uncertain time. Excuse me. We, as well as our daughters and their families, are all doing well. Thanks to the Hawaii Betsuin family service on Sunday, Pamela, Sean, and Kendrick are able to join in the service from Maryland. Please take care, stay safe, and hope to see you soon. Bye.